What's going on, guys? Mecha Ishian from Funko Pop. I'm going to be taking a look at Pop Games Diablo figures, Diablo and Tyrael. Let's do it. Welcome back, guys, to another Funko Pop video review, and I'm going to be taking a look at two figures from the Diablo franchise from Blizzard Entertainment and Pop Games. We got Diablo himself and Tyrael, the Archangel. This is so cool. Now, I had never played a Diablo game, but I'm a big fan of Blizzard Entertainment, and especially since I've been playing the heck out of Overwatch since its release, I am loving everything Blizzard. So even though I haven't played the game, I am so excited to have these cool looking figures in my collection. Now, here you have these two figures enclosed in your standard Funko Pop window box packaging there with the Pop Games logo on the top left. You can see the Diablo logo up at the center, and this is number 16 for Diablo, 17 for Tyrael, and then you have some nice artwork of both figures, and then you have a great window view of the figures right there, and I can't wait to get these guys out. And you see their names at the bottom. At the top, you got the top of their heads poking out at you, Pop Games logo, and on the side, you have some cool concept artwork of both Diablo and Tyrael with the Pop Games logo at the top. Now, towards the back, you can see the Pop Games logo again, the Diablo logo, and then you have the two figures, Tyrael and Diablo, representing the game. You got a little bit of the same artwork there, and then you have some other figures from Blizzard Entertainment, which is so cool. All right, guys, let's take Diablo and Tyrael outside of their boxes, and let's see what they're all about. So here I have the two figures representing Diablo outside of their packaging, and they are amazing. I am so happy that I decided to pick these two figures up, being that I know nothing about the Diablo series, unfortunately, but they are awesome looking. They are loaded with sculpted detail. The paint apps appear to be on point. Now, they both stand at the 4-inch mark, and again, I don't know anything about the series, but I feel that Diablo should be a little bit bigger. He is very imposing in his 4-inch scale here, but I feel that maybe a 6-inch version would have been more appropriate to scale with the series. I don't know, guys. You guys let me know down below, but either way, I am loving these guys. Let's take a closer look at Diablo and Tyrael. Now, even though Diablo here is at the 4-inch mark, maybe a little bit taller to the top of that awesome horn there, he is very hefty. There's a lot of sculpted detail, a lot of plastic going on with this figure. I mean, you got the big standard oversized head for these Funko figures here. For him, it's even bigger. You got the bigger eyebrows that are sculpted in there. You have this humongous horn, which is in that translucent pink. It looks fantastic, and all that sculpted detail. You got the black eyes, the deep black eyes. You got his nose sculpted in there. He even has some cheekbones sculpted in. You got horns throughout his head. Now, the paint applications on these black horns could have been a little fuller, but at least it doesn't spill over to the rest of his head, so it's not too bad. And I am loving these curved horns here that go all the way towards his eyebrows. I mean, look at all of that sculpt work. This is fantastic, and great separation between the black of those horns and the pink of his head. Now, I'm going to move his head a little to the side so you can see some of the sculpted detail right here on his shoulder going towards his back. Now, he has all these sharp edges, almost look like rock edges protruding out. I mean, this looks awesome. All the time they must have put into these figures. And then you have this awesome spine going all the way to that tail that is fully spiked up all the way, and each individual spike is nicely sculpted. Look at all the scratch marks and lines going in there. Looks very realistic, and all of the layers on the sculpt right here down the spine towards the tail. And of course, he has more spikes going downward, and the paint applications on the spikes appear to be well done. And towards the front, you can see he is posed in a clawing position, and his nails are nice and long and decently painted. And then you have the yellow underbelly of Diablo here, which is nicely done. You know, it kind of fades into the pink, so it's not too bad. I think they meant to do that. And then you have some line work sculpted in there. And then, of course, you have his nice black big toes. So he is very sturdy. Besides the big feet, he also has that tail that's going to hold him up nicely. So I wanted to point out for Diablo, his head does not rotate all the way around like most of the Funko Pop figures, only because of the big spines that get in the way. So, I mean, I guess you can force it around, but you see, with all of his spikes, all of the spines, it's kind of hard, and his range of motion is limited. But it's not too bad, because, I mean, I know he's a demon and all, but why would you need the head rotating all the way around? And here we have another sick-looking figure in Tyrael. This is awesome. I mean, you can see he's loaded with gold armor. I love these translucent blue wings. I mean, how often do you see this translucent plastic being used in Funko figures? So I am so excited to have these guys on display. And he has this gigantic hood, which is kind of in an off-white color. Nice sculpted detail. You can see the tip of the hood. And towards the front here, he has this sweet outline that is all done in that gold and almost looks like a spade going up there. And representing the shadowy effect thanks to his hood, they just painted all of this in a deep black, and it's so smooth. Now, the thing with these big heads, sometimes it's kind of hard. You got to maneuver them in a way so you can get a good look at all the sculpted detail on the upper parts of the chest. But look at all that armor. You got the rings up here by his chest, which a nice mixture of gold, silver, and then you have the off-white fabric that goes downward across the belt, down by the flap in the front. I mean, this is amazing looking figure. You got some more gold here with some silver outlining all the way through. Now, the paint apps between the silver and the gold could have been a little cleaner, but this is armor, so I'm willing to let it slide, believing that this is just battle-worn armor, and it just looks so cool on this figure, so I'm not too upset about that. I love the creases here on his fabric piece. Then you have more of that gold paint with the silver outlining. I love this character design. I am just loving the composition and colors of this guy. You got the gold, then you have the silver outlining, then you have the bright translucent blue, and of course you have the off-white pieces of his hood and his tunic here. I mean, look at all of the attention to detail Funko has put into this 4-inch figure. You got some more armor pieces sculpted down all the way down to his ankles, and then all of the silver pieces for his armor are protruding outward. So it's not just painted over, it's actually sculpted and then painted over that. Now, unlike Diablo, nothing is really getting in the way of Tyrael's head here. So you see you get the full range of motion. So there you have it, guys. My video review of Diablo and Tyrael from the Funko Pop Diablo series. So excited to have these two awesome looking figures in my collection. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a thumbs up and check out my channel for other reviews I've done. And I have so many cool things, including a lot more Funko Pop videos for you guys to enjoy. So make sure you all like, subscribe, comment, and share. You know what to do. Peace.